how to read the schematics. We're gonna deal with schematic reading because I get a lot of comment, a lot of questions about how to read basically schematic. Okay, basically we're gonna see the charge circuit, we're gonna dive into CPU circuit, we're gonna see also the 3-volt 5-volt circuit, and also we're gonna see the voltage for chipset and for the RAM. So let's get started, my friends. Okay, let's begin with the CPU. Okay, the CPU, the master, the heads of any motherboard. So basically, guys, this is the schematic for the CPU. Okay, my friends, let's dive in. So guys, this is basically the schematic for the CPU that I'm going to teach you right now. We're gonna see basically many schematics based on some comment of some of my followers that ask me about they want to learn how to read schematics. Very easy, my friends. So basically for the schematics, the circuits are a little bit the same architecture. Always you will find the IC, the controller, you will find MOSFETs or voltage regulators or switches. You will find, my friend, coil here for filtering, and of course some capacitors. For the CPU, my friends, okay, for the CPU we have the control IC, very important. And as I told you, the control IC is the responsible of or for generating here the VCC core, my friend. You see, plus VCC core. I told you that plus VCC core is the main voltage for the processor. So the responsible is this one. But this one will not generate plus VCC core without VIDs. Do you remember one of previous lives I told you the VID from 0 to 6. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 V. Here we have test point. Do you remember, my friends? I show you this test point in the motherboard. So this IC will receive VIDs from who? From the processor in order to know the exact voltage needed by the processor. So this point, my friends, are those. Here, do you see, my friend? Here we have the CPU circuit. Here we have VIDs. Here we have this point, my friend. Those. Those are those. Okay? So, very easy, my friends. If you understand the motherboard, you can understand the schematic. If you understand the schematic, you can understand the motherboard. Nothing is difficult with me here, with electronic repair basics. Don't worry, my friends. You're going to understand everything. Just smash that like and attention, please. So, guys, in order to generate plus VCC core here to feed, as you can see, plus VCC core to feed the processor, the IC, basically the control IC, its reference U1018, must receive first the IDs, as you can see, VID0, VID1 to 6. From who? From the CPU, my friend. Here we have the CPU. The CPU is what sent these VIDs to the control IC. After receiving the VIDs, this control IC, my friend, basically here we have two channels. We have first channel and we have the second channel. So the control IC send what? Will send the control signal. Do you see here, my friends? Here we have drive high 1. As you can see, will go directly to what? To this MOSFET. And then, of course, we have here drive low 1 will go also to these two MOSFETs. Okay, for this channel, we have two MOSFETs, low MOSFET and one high MOSFET. The same for this channel, we have drive high 2 will go to activate this MOSFET, and drive low 2 to activate these two MOSFETs in order to generate the same voltage. Do you see? These two channels are connected to each other because the purpose is to generate plus VCC core to feed the processor. So basically, what is the most important here, guys? I'm going to teach you what is the most failed component in the CPU. Guys, if you understand this circuit, this CPU circuit, the same working principle for all CPUs, for all circuits. I'm going to teach you in the end what is the most failed component in CPU circuit. If you have a short, what you have to check. If you have, for example, a failed CPU, what you have to check, and step by step. Okay, so once the IC receives the IDs, it will generate the control signal for this channel and for this channel. So after, basically, for these voltage regulators or for this MOSFETs, once they receive, you see here we have gate. Okay, let's make it like this. Here we have gates, gate. Once they receive the control IC, they will generate plus VCC core. But how? Pay attention, guys. Here we have plus VBAT. Okay, plus VBAT, or basically we can call it simply B plus. Okay, let's make it like this, B plus. Okay, my friends, this power basically is from the adapter or from the battery. This power will pass through these ceramic capacitors. Do you see? Those are ceramic capacitors. We have C11, 77, C11, 76, etc. So those ceramic capacitors, guys, are here for filtering, to filter the current. And then the B plus will be present here in the drain. This MOSFET has 4 pins for drain for beginner, 3 pins for source. The B plus will be here. Once this MOSFET will be activated, the B plus, let's assume here 19 volts, will be basically transformed or converted to 1 volt. Let's see, the processor will, the VCC core is 1 volt, we will get here 1 volt. 1 volt will pass through this coil. The coil here is for filtering. It filters also the coil with the capacitor for filtering purpose. And then we will get plus VCC core. For this channel, the same, my friends, for this channel, the same working principle. We have B plus, the same input. You see? B plus, the same input. And you see, my friend, this line is bold. We have a bold line. But those lines here are thin. This is for control signals. This is what holds currents and voltage. Okay? So the same input, my friends, here, the same input will be applied also to this channel. Guys, the same, the schematic and the motherboard are the same. But if you understand the schematic, you will be master. You will be professional on motherboard repair, because the schematic gives you something that is hidden. When you look to the motherboard, it's not like schematic. All clear in the schematic, all is clear. And when you take the motherboard like this, okay, you can imagine the schematic, and then you can follow the signal in the motherboard. So guys, the same working principle, B plus will be passed through the ceramic capacitors, applied to this higher MOSFET. It will be gated or controlled by the control IC. The 19 volt will be here 1 volt, as I told you, because the MOSFET is like a faucet or a tap. Okay, and then we will get also here plus VCC core, as you can see, connected. Why, guys, we have basically here 2 channels? Because the processor, basically 1 channel is not enough for the processor. It needs 2 channels, 3 channels, 4 channels or more, depending on type of the processor. Okay, guys, but more channels basically for old processors, but for newest, 2 channels are enough. Guys, please pay attention. I want to tell you something very important here. Okay, my friends, here in the input we have 4 capacitors, okay, with the same characteristics. Okay, 0.01 microfarad, 50 volt. Okay, my friend, same characteristics. Sometimes you can find this one is burned or is missing or shorted or something like that. Yes, it could be shorted because all these capacitors are connected to the ground. If you remove it, the motherboard will work properly fine. Why? Because those capacitors are in parallel. If you remove one, it will work fine, no problem. Okay, my friends, the same also for this one.